Heeey. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we're a couple of minutes from hearing the Latvian entry for the first time. Premieres in around about 6 minutes. So quick note, Samanta Tina is going for the nation again this year after the absolute banger and that what's it from last year, which was Still Breathing. That was absolutely amazing. And my friends were actually like really stunned that I loved that entry, and they're like, this ain't you. And I'm like, I knew. But I absolutely adored last year's entry, so I'm hoping that this year kind of lives up to my expectations, because I'm really hyping this up. Like, hoping this goes really well. So the song this year is called The Moon is Rising, and from that thumbnail alone it looks like we're going to get some right chaotic energy this year. Which, to be fair, we don't have a batshit crazy performance, like song, etc. this year, which is a little bit bizarre. So if this video and this song ends up being a complete wild trip, I will be completely happy with that. I believe Samanta is also behind the song again, so she hasn't written a bad entry so far for Latvia, so again, my expectations are a little bit high. Not really high, but like fairly high.
And in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Okay. This is going to be a banger, I can feel it. Okay, this is not the kind of chaotic energy I was going for. I'm trying to work out what that beat in the background is. I mean, we all know Samanta can sing incredibly well, so I'm not worried about that bit. Okay, pre-chorus coming in. I feel like the lyrics are kind of similar at the moment. Okay, so it's got a similar theme to Still Breathing, just it's not as like upbeat. This is more stripped back almost, not like entirely. I'm confused what to think at the moment. I think this is a grower at the moment. Like, I'm not immediately wowed, but it's different. This is very different, and this is... I feel this fits right in. Okay, I feel like there's some sort of female empowerment again in this. I'm trying to work out the theme, actually. This is... I think it's quite original for the competition anyway. But I'm kind of really unsure about how this is going to go down. It stands out for being original at least, but... Okay, the wigs, bringing out the wigs. Yeah, this is definitely all about the ladies. I feel like in studio, I feel like it's all right, but I feel like live this is going to be much better. But I don't know what to think. I really don't know what to think about this. I think I'm probably going to need a second listen on this, because I'm so confused. Like, last year I got it straight away. This year I'm just kind of like, okay.
Okay, so I went back and listened to it for a second time, and I must admit I did find it better. So immediately from my perspective, it's a grower. I've just been talking with my friends, and some of them found it, they loved it on first go, and some of them didn't. So it's definitely a Marmite song, and I usually find that's a good thing, because I'd rather them take a risk than going with a safe entry, which, you know, might get some points, but, you know, it might blend in too much. I'd say the song is quite chaotic. There's definitely some chaotic energy there, but I guess maybe going in with too many high expectations didn't help me out, because it's not, for me, it's not as instant as last year was. Last year was wild, I mean proper wild. And I guess, yes, it was loud, but because it had that really fast drop and that when it just exploded, I thought, oh my god, this is actually brilliant. But it didn't have it this time round, so I think it felt more, there wasn't really a massive variation in terms of pitch and dynamics, but it felt more the same across the entire 3 minutes. I like the music video, I do like the theme, so that's definitely a positive for me. Samanta, as we know, can sing, and this is a song where I feel like it will do much more live than it will on track, because on track it's like, if I was to listen to all the songs now, I probably would have this around about mid-table at the moment. But when it comes to having that semi-final, I feel like the staging and the live performance will elevate this a lot. So I'm not putting this down at all. This is a song where I think there is definitely some positives coming from it, and I think that it could do respectively well going on from there. I think I've worked out what really irritates me, and it's just this one part of the song where the underlying track is the doof, doof, doof sort of thing. I'm not exactly sure what the lyrics are because I can't actually identify them, but it's that part, that underlying bit that really, really does irritate me. And that's not necessarily just with this song. Any other songs that have that sort of doof 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 thing under it has always irritated me, which is why I don't listen to that kind of music for a very good reason. But that's the bit that gets on my nerves. And I don't say that in a really, really harsh way, that's just from my personal taste. That's the bit that really, really irks me. Part of me has this impression that the public will definitely eat this up much more than juries will. Juries won't go for this, and okay, maybe some juries will, but I just don't think the bulk of the points that they receive is going to be from the juries. This, I think, is going to be very dependent on the televote, and if it's wild enough to stand out, then yes, it may have that. It may have, have that power to then advance to the final. Whatever happens in the final is another question, but there's just that part of me that thinks it's borderline at the moment. I wouldn't say it's a safe qualifier, and the only reason I would say that is because, yes, it's original, and that's what I like about it as well. It's original, and it's different, and there's nothing like it in that semi. So on the grounds of that, yes, it could very well stand out, but it's another upbeat song, and I've looked through semi 2, and we've got at least 9 to 10 upbeat songs in there. My point is that the majority of the songs, at least half of the songs in that semi, are upbeat, and a lot of them are in the first half. Thankfully, Latvia are in the second half, where it's more varied, and I think they're very, very lucky for that. So going forward, if I was to predict this now, I'd say it's a borderline. It could be a hit and miss. Just depends on how everything else goes. And at the same time, this potentially sounds like a show closer. Anyway, feel free to put in the comments what you think about the song. Do you prefer last year's? Do you prefer this year's? And what do you think their chances of qualifying will be? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. The People's Choice Awards are back for its second year running, sadly after last year's got cancelled. But this is where you get to vote for your favourite songs and artists from the class of 2021 in a number of categories, including Best Song, Best Artist, Best Group, and much more. The link to vote is in the comments section, and voting is open until the 2nd of May, so you've got a long time to vote, and the results will be announced in a video the week later. All the details needed are in the comments section as well. Thank you for watching.